nim Kate super
Ghana form man so
na make Ghana form man and kasa nim Kate because time now no more shene excavators ni na no central regional obo man na ho no say the be we be 200 we be 500 we be 300 it be the aye adwuma me who other part na kasa so shene excavators you see so that's it the last Delegates conference course so El Kofodia KJ4 pulled 686 votes. Katie has 686 votes. And Afei Mame Joyce Zimpare. And so Enya 109 votes. Woman. It is most likely, sir, even though Nipa Miensa and a contest no. Kate bet me still about the range of 600 or no. It is most likely say Kate be the range of 600. Still she win. I mean she's tipped to win and she's going to win. Margins in a few current national executives in the party for delegates mobile
but Kwajo Kate dear me sure say
Kate will still be within the range of 600 say be about 608 or 612 thereabout bisa near there bafom because mame Daku is also strong. Daku is very strong, and she's likely to pull some votes. I mean, above 100 or below 100.
No,
it can be 100 or below 100. So Mami Daku, no, and then you go to Mami Sawadatu, Hajia Sawadatu. Hajia is likely to pull from 50 and above. She's likely to pull some 50 votes.
And that person says, and the Bussian form your delegate,
and above. Even the region that she's coming from, Nankasano, the region is rooting for Kate Jimfua. Regions they declare, no other region they've declared for Kate Jimfua. So it's a bit dicey over there. So that's it. So we at Abattoir at your election command center, we're telling you that Kate Jimfua will win the women organizer slot of the New Patriotic Party, and it will be the third term. She's gone the first time, the second term at Kofodia, and then Obeko Biumun. So the account. Let's move on to the National Youth Organizer. Now, Yenshe National Youth Organizer, and so Abanga Fusani. Yakubu, that's Bra Abanga Fusani Yakubu. He's the only one amongst all the contestants in the 46 position will apply all the 9 strategies in his campaign. The only person.
Oh no, the last one be Boman, I don't know.
The only candidate. Anyone wapa. Nipo in the campaign manager. Oh yeah,
very good. And last hour, or say or motu abane mana, or what she be say constituency bia na say region bia no youth organizers and your deputies 50,000 package or the
insurance package.
That's it.
That insurance package was the first thing. It was one thing, and that's Samia Cooper. So
okay.
Time of a youth organizer of the party.
Okay.
But that time now party no want too much to go and bring to bring that package, and then he's saying that Oba yes, I mean they need insurance packages.
Yes, because not even Obi Ayare. Obi on my party adwuma or nam kwan so timi konya accident. Ebi on my ye koto aba ya tutuo bibia kan obi to me through sa accident ni mu no. Otimba be said bubuani na nitimi befra ontimi nkomma na obeye bed na mabusia no ekoba na say ewu kura timi bam enti ono hye sa package ni nya no ode begu ho no mo ebeboa na omo de support omo se koba se ewu bam soso a osanso another 50,000 eno soso ode ma bema kro no na busia ebia na yere ne ma said obo su betimi ya start up some small businesses binti I think say abanga de no soso enya bad at all na eno akara mene asanto e ka se abante ya tena ho no last minute nra na dwobe no siamu ena wode sa weni bebo mu se panyan sabe Obia pesika woni bottom obia send be ya odachi be koye nti e na wankasa wo ye adwuma kra ye insurance ma ho e de be yi sniti yetiti ye yes yetiti se e bia se be ye na ye omode send be ya ye nkokora bom ye nyiri ye yare da homu ne benya sesika nti dia banka dia but I think say nya bad kra say yes we kra some ye campaign na menye bone because sabe obia person obedi ye wona bra bom na ono ye babunu hu se e wo so de package bi egu ho de money mabunu mo all the regions and the constituencies. Nothing say abanga sani we no ye good youth no amo the man we nye monto man masa NPP abanga monto man.
So fi abanga so ne so come and tell you all the nice strategies abanga were adopted say and I am majority of the time last minute messages adwuma pa to say the if you political science lecture I mean
Richard
last minute way Salam Mohammed Mustafa and so a contested AB and then you moving call you are the tin or holding Nana Babe to us so come and find part but let's move fast let's move on no eti sir wosha wosha na woba youth organizer nankasa eswa the last conference Kofodia the current national youth organizer of the NPP Nanabi puli 423 votes Nanabi puli 423 votes and Dominic ye ni twabutu 243 423 243
okay
eti Nanabi nya 423 votes and Dominic enya 243 votes and Kamal ebenya 102 Kamal is not contesting Dominic is not contesting none of these three candidates are contesting it sounds so clear and it looks very obvious that Nanabi is supporting Abanga. Is supporting Abanga. Abanga down for pa Dominic. Onikama nefifi. So if you look at the bars so well, you see Nanabi is dropping from here to his lines.
Dominic Eba.
And then Dominic is also coming this way as a very good friend.
And
then Kamal. The question will be able to say, they internet Dominic Ambabium. Dominic and Abanga will never contest each other.
Sure.
They would not.
True friend.
They would not contest each other. So if you look at lines, no near my Yadro Hana, it tells you, say, they are all rooting for this guy. Don't forget that Samia Uku supports Abanga.
Allah.
General Secretary of OCCA, ne boy, any Abanga. Eti baby a Jombu Edube Kobiano say Okasa na Wakabiama Abanga. Baby a Professor Amiwe Kumfibe Kobiano Okabima Abanga. And a baby a Stephen Asamoah Boatimbe Kono Okama Abanga. And a baby a Stephen Timbe Kono Okama Abanga. So what is it about Abanga? What is working for Abanga? The relationship with all the top knots of the NPP. It's one na kombetimi akobio mu kura nyina no Dominic ne kama mu nyina no they are all supporting him. He's very respectful, cool, collected, but action-oriented young guy. A very action
Captain
oriented.
Okay, but on the same people. A very surprising approach a member picking. Prince say right a bit my boy Guma. It would be surprising. So one here Guma every police surprise.
To win.
Kamel Guma. Yes. This guy will be here in the year, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
or one of the strongest campaign message. Yes, indications
pointed towards
Abanga. And be from the top to down, but the Kamel Gumano etimia bonded with the TESCON, the grassroots youth were taking an AB approach of the campaign at the youth level. And watch this gentleman carefully. Sene, omukoto abeni na by Sunday. When I was sharing anyone I would see on all our radio stations, Akuma 87.9. Not because of anything. Look, Abranti wa yejuma pa. Wa yejuma at the grassroots. Do you know what he does? Or grassroots or picky youth bear 3, 4, 5, almost 7 say it was so be a DB. Are you okay? And to Guma, that is the name. Obiandibi. Obia.
And then Obia could be.
Debbie, sir, say party no idea bar. Nobody should stay up there. Oh, why not? Now the Captain, na party, you guys are me. I
am only asking.
Me ba party, no be any other opportunity to them. They haven't what I can say. What would you market your assets? You should hear. Youth organizer position, you are resourced. Party no more, as to that position strategically. Watch all the national youth organizers I buy, not all my life. That's a uku, train life. And that is saying, Trejon Bodu, train life at the same, Nana B, train life at the same. Strategically, party no pay attention to the youth because only the future of the party. It will be a youth organizer in NPP when Timia Meki Abaifa Kabo.
Obedi MP.
Me say, Obia Wabeye youth organizer in NPP. You know, personally now a problem. So Prince Kamel Gum, right? Guma. Me Ubisamia, I will tell you, say he is taped to win this election.
All right. So
but between Onene and Bangano. Now the race is between Onene and Bangano.
Okay, so
and the two of them, Prince Kamel Guma.
This is Prince Kamel Guma,
and on that's all.
And then the next person is so let's Michael Osei and then all the others. Yeah. So that's it. So Guma,
Abanga
is going.
The race between them.
Okay. So the race is between Guma and Abanga. Let's see. Why in a bet to me pulling and a B votes, no? Pepe, and below. Looking at the contest, the Osei guy, because of the Eastern region and the Ashanti region, slight support from TESCON for any of the youth wing of those political parties, no. A bet to me, Amma, the Oben winning no votes, no, beba from Kra. We're hoping to see if anybody can pull Nanabi's votes. 4-2-3, as against Dominic's votes, 2-4-3. Na afei Yashade and so war.
And Guma problem kakrebi the disadvantage of him say the life greatly based what US more. And or a deputy youth organizer for US chapter of the New Patriotic Party.
That's correct. That's correct, but
until I'm proud of what I said. Or you'll be and the only problem they say or started a party. He's a Boku boy, born into the party. And but when shared that the only you said we live more in there. That's a butchery. And but
is he known?
No, I make say. But
is he known?
Not necessarily known that, but Obai Wababe Juma.
You see, affected majority of the people are not more abroachire or more context, especially in the NPP. I say, why namre for munyamre?
Now
brabidi.
Yes.
Aha. And don't forget, sir, quarters are a toaba for the youth organizer. Ewo NPP, you know.
Yeah.
It is still being controlled by John Wedu. And Samia
Uku for Sameka. Because Same Dasua who did the party youth, you know.
Party youth, you know. To Abano, John Buedu, Samia Uku, and a control.
And you are right.
Now,
because Nanabi Numunya right there on the shoulders of Samuel. And Samuel so, given a blessing, obviously you go down.
Say, ho, na grown war. But let's watch and see what happens.
And between these two guys.
Between these two guys.
And the two guys, no, so Samene JBini, Williminano.
I saw
Amuasi, Abanga.
Oh, yes.
And
Abanga be a homeboy. Abanga, no doubts, and live more with the people. The Guma guy, will be from at the age of 14. That or rap party more than only one of the northern guys we were born into NPP. What I say?
But Udim, what is working for Bangan said? Udim said some time back, JB and SA, there was some small rift between them.
Sure.
There was a rift between Jokodo and Samyaku.
At what point?
Yes. Now no yaya day. But they adopted a strategy and managed it. It's they managed what happened between them. Very, 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 very well. But Abanga, who was known very well to be JB's boy, decided to stay away.
That's it.
From the rift.
So
no, he decided to stay away. And was still giving respect to Samia Oku.
Sure.
And bowing before him as a senior man.
Yeah.
And no ebema Same. Ebe nasem.
Yeah.
JB de obi anim say open nasem dada. So that's it. So let's see what happens.
Yes.
Abanga would take him.
I will take him.
Abanga would take him.
Abanga
would take him. External delegates, no one at all, but they will bring you the results. Don't worry.
Yes, that is the USA. And the US they are very interesting. And who is the US? Omotuma Abanga. No, Omotuma Guma. Not Abanga. Or deputy youth organizer. And Omatuama for this region. And of course, Stephen Tim Omatuama Ewoho. Omatuama Henry Nanabuache Ewoho. And
I think
that is also another.
Okay.
Results
because where you're very crucial.
A mind game. A mind game. The economy in his favor, no. Obeliki said take advantage. The people so Yaron say na echo. It's a saying echo. Let's follow the trend. Okay. One interesting thing I be come into play. One are 80 and one are all sharing. And my infant to debut say higher war battle aswe. And of course, free sabre ya echo no. Extensively, the details ni na e bro. Utie e wa sentiment man che beba Kumase. Nearby be share the feel on the ground. Only say ye 2 MPP aba Kumase there is a spirit. Kumase niama bi wo ha eye honhom. Ewura nipa. Kotoko eye honhom. Sikadwa ye menhia ya sante hene eye honhom na MPP. These three spirit, the spirit honhom ba ko asesi a eye wuo eye MPP honhom na eye wu. Obi a wutie mi a wo asante mantam Kumase. Obaka tro se MPP abato nke eto no wonkan de nanso nka Kumase kwa na sabri ehwa ayede. Awere wo sem ne se sa honhom ne sesi ano eye free manfo ni mu. Nonetheless, the SAT4 any one a ehwe ete ase ne said sa party executive positions we nyina strategically omo na eba be determine the fortunes of the MPP. It has said the next 2.5 years and another dan kwa akofado onkobi mu a oba be trefi no hwan na do omo echo. So the next batch also ye dika hwe the chairmanship position. Your Stephen team tape to win. Then the general secretary John Boadu tape to win. And the women organizer there a obvious choice. Obi anywhere obetimi a dispute. That is Kate Jamfua. Kate Jamfua win because when him say onona almost say no machines no. All women organizers and the Koto party Eshe White Esui Edigu party mpanimfo so. And in fact it created serious affection at the even the presidency because almost to say almost share chile non person almost a discredit to Obama. Oko US, Eko UK, Germany, Eko here tall any campaigner, he touched the heart of the people. In the midst of sending us, Kejemfua, a donate sika at the party money. And in fact, last week, almost declare on total support.
40 something.
Yes, total, all the constituency women organizers, declare on support for Kejemfua. No, and some of Moka say, who did dear, oh my BD. That was the message. Enti enyamenwa ono ni wini no obetwe atwe wo mu.
Okay.
And that is another thing as yehwe.
Then call the national organizer.
The national organizer.
Allah.
Organizer. Another serious position.
Okay, so yan call homano so ntem na fe yene ohim Samia Uku ewo ne nchen na fe yene ne ntoa so ohim mache. Yes, him. Sammy Wawunchain.
Sammy Wawunchain, but you know, according to information I got to say, Obama no also inside. Any party man got to know. We are restricted any media for no party. If you lose in our own, you is about to look at more. What happens so about the is about to move on. So, what we have to make
all right, that's now and one no. So young share the national organizer of the New Patriotic Party. This is their first time of contesting for the national organizer of the party. The Atari I say one so bit me away everywhere na fe din ni name na timi amba. Thank you so much. Kofi muti adwuma. Ye urade yankopa method of yamamo. Organizer race near Titus Daniel Ni Kwate Titus Glover. Former MP Ewotema East, former Deputy Minister of Transport. Eric Amwaku Chum, NPP General Secretary in waiting. A member of the NPP communications team. And then Bright Sylvie Kume, a former parliamentary candidate for Esikuma Odobein Brakwa. Unfortunately, and after Henry Nanabuache, the outgoing national youth organizer. And then Seth Edueje, a former constituency secretary, Amasaman Haya, we told you yesterday. And after Nana Owusu Fajo, a former Clote Kole constituency youth organizer, and he doubled as the secretary for that constituency. So, if you look at it carefully, Nana Owusu Fajo in the party or representing Greater Accra, because Clote Kole, a constituency youth organizer and secretary, and Afe Set Edu Ajay, party Nimono or representing Greater Accra, because Amasaman is here in the Greater Accra region. And then Titus Glover, and so our Greater Accra region, Haya Tema East, former MP and former Deputy Minister of Transport. But if you look at it carefully, Sifi Enkaho, Set Ajay Enkaho Kakra, and Nana Owusu Fajo and so Nkaho Kakra. Enti Ababeka Nanabi, Titus Glover, and Eric Amwaku Shum. San Crawformi and saying Mubako Ebebabe, the national organizer of the NPP. Na enti Titus Glover TG. Ena Afe Eric Amwaku Shum. Eat Didi.
Baby. Sifi.
Ena Afe Nanabi.
Okay. I share
Nana. Yes. And then Nana B. And so Ewo ho. Enti Womomi and Sano Emubako is likely to become the organizer of the New Patriotic Party. Don't forget that Same Auku is the current national organizer. Ewo Kofodia Sami Puli 4,914. Sami Epuli 4,914. Suleimana, Minchochon and Temtem. Suleimana and so Epuli 466 votes. When do the good Samia Ukudian Echikra and Emmanuel Kudia and so Epuli 146. 146. So that's it. O kan wo mienu die ikura na wo ase hanbo mu a enduru samede no after 4,000 no. So enipa mi ensen Titus Glover eat any Nana B. Why ene betimi across the same margin no.
Captain,
the contest will be very keen between
Titus
Nana B
and Nana B.
Titus Glover and then Nana B.
Now,
Titus would have the Greater Accra region support. Nana B would have the Ashanti region support. For now, these are the two regions. And because the Greater Accra people are also saying that at least after Lord Comey, then Shedanya Obi Oye Ga in the mainstream national executives of the party.
Nana B problem ba konso a owo ne say o Justin Kudia Ifra Ashanti region.
Sure.
Nana B and Sufra Ashanti region. The question is that so Yantuma Justin Kudia no me general secretary.
Yes, Antuma
Nana B. Manomna me organizer. We say Ashanti region the heartbeat of the NPP there. But these two key positions, ain't mean free ho. So one, they will have to sacrifice one of them. And the camp of Woon to me want to sacrifice Justin Kodia for Nana B. Adentra, because they think say Yama Dombodunko Uria who Justin Kodia Usa. Now so but Nana B there. Why youth organizer or Baba organizer with now the commanding brand ne kurano no obetimi ababa befa. But who share the typical people delegate the majority to abana any interest in say could you have Dombodu be win and say yeah the youth organizer ye akumam de ma na bi okoye no ya che dan hu so oba na chi ebeboa yensa kodua eye YA boss. So ufiri Kumasi na uba Asante Greater Accra ha na udi baby kura da ufre na utimi bo baby ma ada. In fact o case kasa kura utimi ko. One major issue a Kumasi for do na ebisa ne say ku obi free Asante region na so oba na okọ party office kura. One occasion and mame money din Ishaya so assembly member Opoman or say there any former Formina party chairman Nanado ma or ne for the Tamakwasinti. Or say or mobile office cra don't board kromu office. And we are something region in our Bebano no be anyhow because the last party executives
party in the offices in and want to win you and say one Santini.
Not necessarily Santini, but don't say no the call do back on the general secretary is on party office.
Nasa general secretary in the party office.
That is another thing. That and may be subjected to
I mean
different anti homogeneous okay.
When him say secretary one per office at Nakura Dambotwe, he was always on the run. Always on the run. Always on the run.
And of course, Cabrera Japan, so no
always the Biado he's out or Koye Bibi.
Oh, yeah, Bibi.
General Secretary there. Yes, I want an office. What an office? What an office? No, you are the administrator of the party.
Office.
Administrator of the party, but more if you say General Secretary Kase Mudu. What's one General Secretary be Pew Swa?
Okay.
Hey, Chief. A worshiper.
I see. And for now, Ubi Samedia, Meka say, Nana B. The camp of Untumi Funi no align with him. Say yam project no, your man and the being called. Now yan sacrifice could be because USA. And of course, the Abatu Abba from the US no, Nana B
No, but and again, the issue say Kodria Esano, I disagree.
That is a serious thing.
Because Dan Kwekuboche, when he became the general secretary, he was 39 years.
And Kodria is 40 years.
Now, Kodria is a year older than Botwe.
Dan Botwe.
So, Sir Osano is neither here nor there.
Non-starter.
Ali Umahama be vice president, not a penny chamber.
Yeah.
So, it's that's
age as some
yes, age as 7 doesn't work anymore.
Sure.
Obi owa we anyway, Jimmy. Obi susu a onim yansa. So I mean, Bible say nya wen yini na nim yansa. So in yini age no there, it's out of the equation. So the point here is that Kodria is 40 years. Dambotre was 39 when he became the general secretary of the new Patriotic Party. So Nana B may he eat a free.
Yes.
Naka, Nana B, and Titus Glover. Nana B and Titus Glover.
And makes me ask take him a neck out for Nana B. Say he will win.
Titus
is likely.
Easy.
He is likely. So,
because Titus will pull it
now,
but Titus.
If you look at the 16 regions, a war Ghana 10 eruti for Nana B.
Yeah.
And then 6 eruti for Titus Glover.
Yeah.
Enra and Ajona ya kwa koye to say Central per se e free ha. Ma ha be 9. Na ha be 7. It is a don't forget say in NPP elections anytime a central region and a western region be move biano the other region move. It is a central to me move free ha. Western omeko eti yem fan say koba ne saa
central movie
central be movie na western so a movie akota
for the sake of
ebeba be 8
now captain for the sake of radio nti o ka say move from her
nti dey say regions amanto makomako edunsia e wo sese no nanka emu edu ekwama Nana B and an insia equama Titus Global. But then run a Junior Central Region for Chichom Hokakra. As one to Chukre answer. As one person call Titus Global. Tis one call Titus Global, Pepe Central call Western Beko. And see a better me free a year Nana B adinim. Until Nana B Beba Binya and Watche. Titus Ewo insia dada. Until Beba Binya +2. Na enunso no onso akwakonya 8 but don't forget say region bi wo ho a emu delegate no edo so chen region bi Ashanti region delegate no edo so chen bunu
edo so chen voter
omo do so chen voter
yes and about 3 other regions no crowd kan bo mu a omo no Ashanti region
the ten say emfa ho say e bi a titles benya 8
still
regions but because of Ashanti and Eastern region. Ashanti and Eastern region now, a one and a B hono. I have no delegates no edoso. Ashanti region and Eastern region delegates no one doso pa. Doso pa. It's sir.
But Captain, let's watch this. Say a constituency executives and a babetwaba. Right? Any other patrons?
But don't originally you were 8 constituencies per bit is
okay.
We want to hear from saying baby I want to say no. I think it's just about 4 constituencies or so.
In the regional was over Santa 47 constituencies. And it is a constituency been say you 20 or 8 or 10. Obviously the numbers
so you put all of them together. So all the electoral colleges comes with different numbers and yet equal. Ashanti region Dawson, followed by Western region, followed by Greater Accra, followed by Western. Then you come to Central, and then you go to Eastern region, and then you move on to all the other regions. So depending on which region is supporting you, based on the number of delegates and how so Nana B is the favorite.
But Kwajo, Nana B surrey fee. Ya analysis na mano, ewa ha. Ya who said delegates ni bi ohonomo a omodoso e chain ebinum. Wo fabia but ma on relax wo ho. because ebia within omo no mpo both Ashanti and the East no ebi may vote against him because that so why make answer why executive ni bi da oda so
Ashanti the ebinum may vote against him. That's it. And obviously so na omo greater crowd bi beto tia titles woni madia na na bi anya upper edge kakra dia chain titles ne say na bi having been youth organizer no why adwuma in party nimu enim the party mobilization minim titles apart from being member of parliament or holding any party position that captain
I think no communicate or can communicate
no for communicated but the party living with the party people directly.
But we don't also forget say wo kasaro ka say kumasefo na bi kire say na bi aso kwai ne wan twanani amafie
and we fact.
Ahantie so may go against him.
And we fact. But me one say you say it train can.
Yeah, share regions nankasa proper. Regional dynamics about election way. Your Greater Accra region. Hey, as a referee region na ko say. Greater Accra Bronga half Eastern. Yeah 10 no.
Okay. Open say 10.
Yeah 10 no. Greater Accra Bronga half Eastern region, Central, Western, Upper East, Upper West, Volta, Northern. Akabako. There is a 10.
Your Western North.
10.
Okay, first.
Yeah, share that. And no.
Now,
yeah, one half.
Greater Accra. Bronga half. Eastern. Ashanti, thank you. So,
at one for Ashanti region account.
They are saying,
no,
they are saying, NPP elections biano almost regional balance.
Yeah.
In order say party no and suffer in that region, they always look at that. Either some more opposition and some more government team. They try to look at regional balance because NDC as a party no a election winning machine and your political party. Womono region be a form of belongs to them.
Yeah.
Sana NDC. But MPP no they try say balance national executives into the regions. Eti John Buedu if central region or Yasini. Stephen in team Oyebi son. Nanabi ya kase oben winning no.
Oya Ashanti.
Ofi Ashanti region. Kate Jemfua
Eastern.
Kate KG. Kate Jemfua Efi Eastern region.
Abanga.
Yeah.
Abanga minim region of it.
I think Northern Home.
Northern Home baby. Yeah, sure. Yemfa you the Yemfa man.
Yemfa Northern.
Abanga Efi Abanga Efi Northern region.
Nasara.
Nasara Nkana not here. But
Nasara our Mohammed so no chance. Oh no.
What can you want more say here? You can do so.
Okay.
You will do also. If JB from Central Region and we General Secretary, KJ4 from Eastern Region, Ebeye women organizer, na chairman, that's what Thomas Stephen team, na Ofi Eastern Region, na Nanabi, Eko Ashanti Regional. Who will represent the Greater Accra region? And the NPP should get this straight. When you lose Greater Accra 2024, you will lose the elections. Take it or leave it.
Captain, interestingly, Abanga, and very surprisingly, Abanga is a Western region boy.
Oh, okay. Abanga
you will Enchi, create the boy so.
Okay, so
Boinso.
So Abanga,
yes, Abanga.
So Abanga, Western region, fine. So Abanga is Western region.
Yes.
Abanga is coming from the Western region. Thank
region.
You. So who represents the NPP in Greater Accra region in the mainstream national executives.
Oh, but
best
I know there unim.
Say kwadwo yes analysis na ebe kwatie na bi wase ho.
I'm going to tell him say the FF1 to time and we first vice now. One and a free Ashanti region as at the national level. The heartbeat of the NPP. No be anyhow. On Kwan will be another first vice. At the time FF1 to your first vice chairman Kwabena Japan time Paula Foko Kwabena Japan Elidia Ebano. The only person I know for Ashanti region as a national executive member. I'm talking about at the time Paula Foko Eba be chairman Kwabena Japan Eba ye Same Crab na FF1 to ye no a second vice.
Don't forget that Kwabena Japan is from the Ashanti region.
Ashanti region.
No, Kwabena is from the Ashanti region.
From Ashanti region. But of course, when you root in
Fansa watna crying no. In political calculation,
Ashanti region.
No.
Okay.
Step up and step down.
Okay.
Ashanti region would always step up for the MPP. Whether there's somebody obedi part obegba mainstream officers no and say mano.
Okay.
We had the Ashanti region will vote for the NPP.
Okay.
That's it. So what was our calculation? So Ashanti region is always step up for the NPP. Whether it be free or be and few I know there. So who will be the main executive member for
Greater Accra?
For the Greater Accra region. And MPP were Juma ye Greater Accra region. Were Juma ye pa was Central and Western region. Were Juma ye pa Greater Accra, Central, Western, and the entire Brong Ahafo region now Machichimno. It's Central region, Western region, Greater Accra region, and then the Brong Ahafo region. 1, 2, 3, 4 regions we MPP were Juma pa.
Captain, the current MPP executive so Onua free no. Why not free Greater Accra? Boami.
The dynamics of 2024 is different.
No, I just me person be can establish. Me person be can establish. Na me mount point be was the current executives of MPP na me adma enne numri Onua be free so. Freddie Blay, John Boedu, Nana B. Organizer put your hand. So Samia Uku. Easton, the treasurer Abankwa Mebwa. Abankwa I think Abankwa should be coming from the BA or so. Why if you get
coming from a position with sympathy, coming from a position with all bad stories against a government is different from you being in government and running for another election.
Okay.
Because the MPP was in opposition in 2016. Everybody in this country, so it was just, people were not looking at the regional balance. They were looking at the presidential candidate. But this is a situation, either Alan or Baumia, the MPP has got a lot of work to do. Because Ghana for people say what different thing no they being the head of the economic management team. We kofa Alan so ba beka to say Baumia say strong economic management team no Alan. So the dynamics of coming from opposition is different from being in government and then kwa amana so na fe ye ne ohimu nto aso ne nsaka eyesame awku ewo Ohim, good morning.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Yandru. I think about time.
Okay, good morning. Good morning.
And then something to us or my.
Mate. Sami wa ha ngane sami enkasa. Sami apaba.
Ohim ahumanate ate course. So that's it.
Yeah. So you share that position when nane various way no titles pe eno obi a ofri Greater Accra. And I say per analysis no anope wu twa go board we see. Say omoka so mbe fellow apese obi region bia benya na share e wo national executive no mu a ye kekabo mu a ebe kwati obi wase ho. Ebe kwati na bi because so far na bi ni titles and e pray sa position no. And I say omo be vote per region ni ma your best sacrifice will be ho.
And even in that sense, Captain, say, oh, Caucus, okay, it's a greater Accra ni a. They are sacrificing and a bit.
Nobody is saying we should sacrifice anybody.
We are deductive
sacrificing would not work.
I know. Yeah, deductive analysis. Based on the analysis of person we. Young fact titles, Emma the organizer. Yen and a V film. Now, Asante region, why not a war? Because already we are going for John Bodu to leave Justin Kodia. I hear Tepono, Stephen Tim, as a chairman, John Bodu, as a secretary. Then organize a fact titles because Asante a greater Accra for say Omni will be. Then the Asante region now. I have had with because Omni a step up.
Ashanti region is always a step up.
Never.
No,
this time they will not be step up.
Have you ever seen, apart from Kofi Portofi, in the history of the NDC, Umanya chairman every holder?
NDC.
Yes, when will be there?
As
national chairman.
National chairman.
Yes.
Asante region.
No, voter region for the NDC. Apart from Kofi Portofi.
Oh, Papa Okumkra. Okumkra voter region.
Okumkra.
There are many ways to kill a cat. Your friend is saying. Dr. Ajay.
Yes, we are Umpo. Ajay, Bibi Ajay.
Doctor, there are many ways to kill a cat. No, but he was a voter.
So the point is that
Mama another voter. NDC has calculatively worked on voter. Kofi Adams. Kofi Adams is a voter.
Only national chairman.
No, but he was the general secretary.
Okay.
He selected position
so watch this.
NDC.
Very good then. Very good then. So watch this. They've always had
Dr. Fabreja making.
They have always had 1992 year co-elections. One. 1996 year co-elections. 2000 year co-elections.
Yes.
2004 year co-elections.
Yes.
2012 year co-elections. 2016 year co-elections.
Yes.
2020 year co-elections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elections are yakono. Only 2 that they had their chairman from that angle. It was because of Step Up. Okay? If you watch it carefully, I said Nkache has been the general secretary, the longest serving general secretary of the NDC. Winning the idea, Bronga Hafo is a swing region.
And the one person maintains that they obetima touchy base.
Regions are a Maya winning elections in Ghana Hano. Central region, Western region, Greater Accra, and Bono Hafo region. Anytime as our regions we be boom.
I just will lose.
No will lose elections no. And say, who are Baimuna who call elections, sir? You must be very careful how you manage these 4 regions. But in any way, no, either say, Greater Accra, and your deputy campaign manager should come from Greater Accra.
Yes, Onua, all the appointed position. Don't want to be free what they are.
Deputy campaign manager should come from the Greater Accra region. Or, if not for anything, Nana be deputy by appointment.
Yes. Deputy General Secretary by appointment.
Your friend saying women organizer deputy by appointment. So, one, either Deputy General Secretary should come from the Greater Accra region. Everybody say, titles Lucia, titles Ekasa fine, or Chro fine, or Cabrofo fine. So, if not for anything, JB can appoint titles Glover as the Deputy General Secretary.
Wonderful compliments.
So that they would have somebody main from the Greater Accra region. I know what I'm talking about. Ahaya Kwanho. Ahaya Kwanho. Nana should go.
Nana should go as organizer. Yes, maintaining
Nana should go as the national organizer.
Then Owinia were deputize or Mama a year be deputizing.
But the TN say between Titus Glover and Nanabi.
Titus person or be taking a shy because one that Titus are be minister.
There be hupa. Say election we. I say we can't call him in person. We can't call him. Sa national organizer election we no. Titus anka say him say Nana be him say
and hupa.
Madre ya dane.
Kwadwe yo mo mienu nko aye agina obi anim se ehu. Musa mu ready am se sa ho no mu de.
So
the three key ones the general secretary, the organizer as well as the chairmanship position. My yenka ye team for Amute wa Akoma 87.9 FM and of course Onua TV, Onua FM connects any an affiliate station in said about to say any gusto no. Another say yesterday be ya obetiase na party no yi obi ba yetime hu say nipa no saying what here na ehfa na de ne ko enche ye be the previous messages are omo Kofodia
messages yeteje Kufo
na ye fa ni nyina
Kofodia delegates conference course so
aye wi am ba be so mine send obetima ko hobia na
Olman beko
I see.
They are preparing him now.
Now you huna ye bi asi njindo bet na bi che.
Said I say we are granted so many interviews. Just that okwa enche na wakasa na wasan Kofi. Let's listen to His Excellency the former President John Ajekum Kofo at Kofodia NPP Delegates Conference.
The First Lady, Your Excellency the Vice President, the Second Lady, Elders of Party, Nananom, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, considering the crowd, I just do not think we can talk too much detail in this conference. But there are certain things we must say. The first is that I have come here to support our president, his vice, the leadership of the party, to express our heartfelt gratitude to the chiefs and people of the central region of Ghana for the amazing and overwhelming support the region gave us in the last election, clearly sending a message to us that they were supporting us to help bring our nation Ghana out of the quagmire that it had been led into. Our party's DNA, and if you look at the opening statement quoted from our illustrious J.B. Dankwa, you'll see that right from way back, our DNA was to come and discharge a duty to this nation, to bring the nation out, to enrich the people, not just the party people, the entire people of Ghana, into property-owning democracy. Each and every one of us. That's our DNA. When we meet like this, yes, we are party, but we should never forget that our duty, central duty really, is to lead Ghana out of the mess that, unfortunately for us, we've tended to be led into by the other side. Let me put it that way. The second is for me to remind all of us as party that we are truly democratic. Nobody forgets that. That was another message we got from our forebears, J.B. Dankwa and others. Democracy, yes, because we respect the dignity of every individual. But, and this is the message I want to give to party as it goes into deliberations, that we should never forget that into current times, we are in the era of technocracy. Technocracy, the digital age. You may be a Democrat, all right, but if you do not know the dynamics of the times, you talk democracy, and at the end of the day, your economy might be faltering. You might not be able to do the necessary social interventions to ensure the equality of opportunity. That is also part of our DNA. And so, my prayer is that when the party retires into serious, detailed deliberations, the party will see how we balance democracy with technocracy. It's not every office that must be voted for. The leadership definitely must be voted for. But under the leadership, we must have full-time, backroom, very professional thinkers and workers. The backroom people don't tend to be too good on platforms. That's the professional politicians like us. But invariably behind us, we've got the backroom people working for us. It's the same in government. So the party headquarters must be equipped with such full-timers. They must be paid well, and their role is just to sit and think and strategize for us. Let's do that. Communication, for instance, is very professional. Strategizing, think tanking, if it's on the economy, on whatever aspect of life these days, you must have some professional who may not show up. His role is not to seek public office, but he must be there, employed by party. Of course, his trappings must be party, for loyalty's sake. Once we found such people, let's pay them well, and let's keep them in the back room. If they should show up asking to be general secretary or women's leader, or that immediately such a person must be removed. But for as long as they'll stay in there and strategize for us to have medium to long-term view of things, they would be strengthening the party's future. We talk of sustainability these days. I believe the way to get to it is to get so professional in the back room. So that's another message I want to leave with you. And then the other message I want to impart here is that this party, as I said earlier, has got a DNA to discharge a duty for Ghana. It's taken us quite a long time for us to come into government. And now that we have it, and there's so much good to do, unfortunately, the term of office is so short. We must keep on winning perhaps 3, 4, 5 times before the roots would go deep. The roots deep.
President John Agyekum Kufuor, we're Cape Coast today, no. So now we're going to go to Koforidua. He talked about the backroom thinkers and then workers. They must be paid well. They must be paid well. Honestly, NDC Chom executive NPP executive.
It is MPP office or and let me raise a question about John Bodu about concern a party with the Abase on office.
You see, Ashanti region, you have problem. Problem Ashanti region, you want to say. Now mainstream executive positions, no, okay.
Okay.
How many times you see somebody coming from the Ashanti region?
Yeah.
So for national position. They are telling over the years. Now first vice, second vice, and because of step up. If it's had the way they are, party. So at good time, as I say, Ashanti region, a movie into the mainstream national executives. For El Koforidua.
To trick people even of corrupts, and they say absolute power corrupts absolutely. So at every time, even as we make progress under the current government, and we are making very serious progress, when you look, whether it's in the social interventions, whether it's in thinking big, on the macroeconomic front. Whether it's about looking into the future and achieving sustainable development growth, this government is doing very well, and it's not only Ghanaians who would see are saying. International community is also saying it, and this is why we have long streams of visitors from all over the world coming, and our president, just 1.5 years into government, is being invited all over the world to be consulted and to be encouraged. But as I said, power can trick you. If you are not careful, you become complacent. If you are not careful, you become conceited. If you are not careful, you become discriminatory. If you are not careful, you think you do not need to look critically at
the former president, John Ajikum Kufuor, Abomodia, the two conferences occurred. First one was talking about backroom thinkers and workers for the government and those in the party. And after Obabeka Bimu said, power has a way to trick people, and power can trick you. Very discriminatory, very corrupt, very vindictive, and all the others. The question is, are we seeing those things? Conference, so there's no need to go into the nitty-gritties of these things. So we got to be very careful as a party.
Yes.
He will.
Considering the cost within the party.
You remember the Northern region, Tamale Congress, no the Okai. Watch Jay Kufuor Tamale speech. Now share Kekost and Kufuor speech. It will be the blend of the three. He will indirectly talk about backroom. He will indirectly talk about power tricking you, and he will talk about the third point.
Maria Hosem and my say, Captain, Ghana politicians in Sunya. Yeah, one major problem, and this nya you do baby, or when you're 2 years, the almost days sell 2 years, a year, but now babies with shouting Kalam, Mantia, power no woman. I intimate what to do even with the power. And you seen that who's it? Man for this old NPP for penny for any or my bomb bra. You may be a hawker, you not do it, or 2 for the catch and another senana, maybe when you do we hear it. Some Ghana now we be TV before you come to Tia, your mama. Also, Obana. One thing I'm seeing from all the NDC MPP about on said, almost by the last term of the year, 2 terms anymore. Nothing arrogance. Now, party for now, and that is something. And we know who performs a party in almost a position.
You see, the word complacency. Trying to see them trying to tell them in course. The word different complacency, So, a year you present as well or arrogant.
Yeah,
sure.
A year you was so force or arrogant. A year you politicians were arrogant.
Okay.
Are they am for the last time in no essay a complacency and fame? People think that when we the first term, you don't know when the second term now. Oh, 7 weeks. But watch this. Kufuor's first term, you major. One of the major things that Jay Kufuor in the first term was epic.
For the first term.
First term.
But the second term,
it was epic. And then free maternal health care.
Yeah.
Estata Yeshimukina.
And the free school feeding program.
Sure. Also, Asaka Chom said, even though no, yeah, property owning democracy people, but we should also be mindful of social intervention. Said the Beya Ebema enkoye to say yenya ye wo bi no enko a ye party for na ye hwe won na momu Ghana ni nyina no ye hwe won ese say party bia no when second term you should be careful.
There sharp be division as to why never be lead party no and ade we how more man pani de kofo aban abreso omo ntimi a manage seriously and when the NPP constitution because there was a sharp scam and the same kofo scam no kofo is a bit of feeding we see for those camp Baumia plan still sa camp no ewo AET
you think that one camp
no for now that is what
it's not he's not
no captain
he's not
captain from every point
there
of view
there are 4 camps now in the NPP third camp no the Greater Accra camp no strong so more or less 3 you conference here become what's
no, you have
people think that
Canada, Japan.
People think that Nanado supported Baumia. Montreal answer.
Okay.
I'm telling you today. Montreal answer.
We will analyze that. We will analyze that extensively, but we take it or leave it. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo be more comfortable in pushing Baumia and pushing the agenda behind the scenes. Yanti Kromo and Gabi nominate several of these teams come and near the Adina. Captain, I will side with you at the point where we have 3 camps now because you were the floating the grassroots people as you see, or more my head and you're happy with Baumia. And when you say Alan Sokra is slow in many political decisions, our person rooting for Kennedy and Compreko Japan. I will not be surprised with the third force. Emanating from the NPP. But we are Denara. There's
a Baumia camp, there's Nanado camp. I'll not tell you the third camp. Me say, your conference here, it will interest you to know. And sa division na ebesa babium no, it will be between the A factors and the N factors.
Well, we know the third camp now. We subject it to discussion.
And the A factors, no, and the N people we know.
Yes, but any factor we have, the base root, and based on that factors, you subject to say a link because your free be what we call the causative factor in every in law. We say DNMA we see me tremendous sabo. Na me tremensa ebo flagging and ebe ball na utito in a way. Yes, I flagging the ball, but I caused it. There's causation. And we need to look at the causative factor. Again, I'm so as I can because you know all that factor now can a root. And that root, there no factor now will interrogate. To say indeed
there are link A and the North and factors will play very, very, very critical in the MPP looking for a presidential candidate for 20
and the North is obvious.
2024.
But if you want to cheat, maybe a free bar.
Anyway, the national chairman.
I think you have national chairman. You have
MFM.
Oh, really? Yeah, no. I deal with national chairman. We will not go back. I think we've done Nasara for and those.
Treasurer.
Yes, the treasurer.
Yeah, the national treasurer. I don't know.
Because Nasara need a year match of competition for the party. But the new patriotic party has started a motion and said, "Ombetimi strengthen our base." The northern sector. Only say 2018. There was a calculative attempt. Say yenhwe na yentimi pushi yen northern base because NDC I say the Zongo caucus no NDC are dominating. And there's a general impression the do baby cry in 2012 you say Ufa Central Market Kumasi Krudio ma ya twetwe ma yafi nti edu ba bi na se obi soa kaya yefo no kra soa niam ne yabodin asomasi bra be soa me so that impression no na ewo ho I go any MPP kra de enye sebi nordness enye zongofo eno na ma omo kreti the Nasara coordinator a obeba party me over the years minim within the party the omo ye there but me nyan shede feel the impact a omo make I betimi break that gene na ewo the minds of many zongofo ni mu because ne we are the den over the zongo dominance na NDC. And one thing MPP as omo share this about we captain can say the northern factor and the Asante factor e be play whoever makes me as a Nasara coordinator should be somebody obetimi aboa na that obetimi aboa na the Nasara for now whoever be as a Nasara coordinator no onye obi a obetimi ahwe say okay dear na ye the zongo end no ebetimi aboa because okay omampani Nana Adodan Akufo Dubai was that creative one of the special initiative no a zongo ministry and first in the history of the republic said that creative a ministry taking care of zongo now eba no e dey no dey Mustafa Hamid I will tell you say a few in fact ogba aboabo asonase a AstroTurf Park bi kra ka se ye kwa no e be si ne yututu ho no ye nwie oba AstroTurf Park ya bi ewo ayi askwa ya bi obantama ye wotu ye obantama gidie ne wa abrepo junction de and several other areas oko zango communities na anka alaji bruiser ayi ne football team wo anka ebenya most of the mabunu no crowd no and share that effective
okay so Nasara Haruna Mega Abdul Rahman Diallo Isaka Musa Kunata Awal Mohammed Suleimana Al Hassan Atakpu Abdul Aziz Haruna Futa who is the incumbent and then Haruna Ishmael Wamuna contested so mumfoni akrakra mumfoni akrakra o fia obetimi ashe one fine nature say yeah na yeah kono
Awal Mohammed who's run here kind of asem or you tip to win this if you say or you typical Zango boy a typical Zango boy or no every Asante region minim Abdul Aziz Haruna Futa no I think so no so e was so but Awal Mohammed a Zango boy ahead of the 2012 election and who defected here to the NPP. Now, I had my Zuria FM. Ona inim Kumase. Oh, okay. Oh, I had my Zuria FM. Do you know a media guy or Babe? And in fact, we're a very strong communicator.
Sure. And
Sabrante way the defection from NDC to NPP was less than 2 months to election. And it was very, very dramatic. At Asante region, he was a talk of time because no will be a Okasa, Bama NDC, very strong communicator. And in fact, a day before the defection, our announcement, now we can't Okasa for the party. It was almost a major campaign. And the defection, they very sharp and they critique serious to NDC. Time no straight, the call. Okochia na Adodan Akufo as a person. Okochia Dr. Bawumia one office. And omo paradin wo mase. Omo yusu abrante we ozongo ho e ma ne make serious impact. And in fact, the member of parliament at the Aswanse constituency Muntaka Mubarak na abrante we and boy. And no more than anybody. Ebra Awal. And because it take everybody by storm. And no one any na said this boy. And we're maintaining consistency in the NPP. We're rising February effectively a strong. The last 4 years, Awal is said strong in Asante region. Why Ababa and most senior deputy or a communications director for the lifestyle for the last 4 years are based on Greater Accra. Minim how best. Already because Greater Accra minim Nima and Yenzongana. Greater Accra.
Medina
Zongo, okay.
Nima, Sukura, a lot of places.
But if you can say, every weekend be our
Obekumase.
Every weekend. The family that's so efficacious. I mean, no. Efficacious Zongo.
Okay, so you let's start from the top.
Oh yeah.
Let's start from the top. Let's get their pictures from the top, and then we'll do the final analysis on the Nasara thing. So yeah, let's start from the top. One more context for the Nasara. Nasara dey nankasa buy no and shedanya effects papa bia.
I don't know yes. The impact
NPP inroads Zongo communities no.
Still
and shedanya very very strong. It is because of how they have created Zongos to head Zongos without the main Akan people entering into the Zongos and bonding with them. I see a giant answer when we were partnering.
No, because
no, it is not always.
I'll tell you why another Danko Akufo-Addo Eddie Kennedy Akwesi can come akwakoye municipal chief executive ewo Asanwase. Why? Sana Abrante win na ewo ho.
You so yeah Haruna Megafodi na Ghana for so you can get to know who is Haruna Mega. So Haruna Mega, this is a rooted somebody who is living in Zongo.
Okay.
He is Meteho. Na Odateho. Meno Kwaba. Yanko Yanim. Yanko. Abdurrahman. Yeah, but Diallo and Abaka was a minimum for you, baby. Who will be a fabrami. As I say,
Diallo.
Yanko Yanim. And then Isaka, Moza, Kunata, typical Zongo guy. You're not more Democrat, me who to find pop. Yanko Yanim. And then Haruna Ismail, Yeni Nimfoni Ewoho, Yanko. And then you come to where they are incumbent Ankasa, Abdulaziz, Haruna Futa, Namini Newo Multimedia, and Aja, Pianetico no Koena, or Kongwene. Before no about me a boy, I don't know what of today. Yanko Yanim. And I fey Suleimana Al Hassan Ataku. And I fey Yanko Awa. Awa Mohammed is somebody Watna Zongo Ewa Ashanti region, if you just to be precise.
Yeah.
And Odifacte ye call NPP. The same 2012 Namuno, don't forget Yamwa Ponko, a defecte from NPP to NDC. Now, Womi and popular because of where they are coming from.
Yeah.
NDC Ashanti region ni equal NPP. And MPP Ashanti region ni equal NDC. A while is somebody on Fani Zongo for no Niagro cra. On Fani Zongo for no in near agro. And then a while Abaye very, very popular. And what MPP will say, especially those of you who are now call Facebook, no, almost every hour.
Ojinaho,
Obetro bibi about the party. Opa beka den obe respond obenya ho abotre obetimi a respond at the amount pa. I mean amongst them he's tipped to win.
Yeah.
But when any of the top notch positions are what MPP. So anybody is capable of winning. Futa Oye incumbent is capable of winning any of them. Ebitimi and winning. But a while, according to research and some of the party people, Omoto Nasara. But one Moto Nasara coordinator, but it's one Ketuebi. One different from the main conference, Nankasa Delegates. One Moto women organizer. One Moto Ubijna.
Captain Futa and Oye incumbent. Or maybe. For the last 4 years, DNY.
No, Nasara coordinators, Sankasan, you don't see their impact.
And I'm personally.
It is because which of the executives know asin or what. So was secretary as you organize. So definitely do you see them majority of the time. So money organizers no and because I say a bobo zungo anuye time okura na ye wo MP sa umufi zungo se ne baaye to say Medina any adenta Medina MP me refinidin this man I forgot he was once a minister. Onua hokura no Boniface Abubakar Siddiq oye MP ne kura no MPP lusu zongo na no.
But when say until 2018 Nasara coordinator was not an official party wing structure. Nenye of need the structure of the party. And the party amended on constitution in 2018. Emma Nasara coordinator by a recognized official wing of the party. And Omumane the 3-4 cardinal positions and Mame stated about 4 things into Omudikireti, the Nasara coordinator. Recruit and cultivate support of the residents of Zango communities into membership of the NPP. So Omudebe train and cram was Zango communities in Mono. Now become the mouthpiece for Zango communities to enhance the welfare of Zangos. And if we create a national force within the party to cater for the activities and interests of residents of Zango. And if we create another strong wing of the party to be more visible in the Zango communities. Now, Ofa Niema be a Naya party, no, and this is the party's official website.
Sir, 4 reasons we are in council.
Yes. So
because one, if it is for mobilizing people from the Zongo
communities, sir.
Becoming the mouthpiece of the Zongo communities. National force and then the strong wing. You know. The only thing is that we see NPP strategically this was created because it was known to be an Akan party.
Fantastic.
So we needed to have something that will represent the other, this one came into force. But in reality, the national coordinators, they do virtually nothing.
And more or less, almost purpose. I want to realize it. More on radio, Akuma 87.9 FM, Unia FM, Samsung Connect, and all affiliate radio stations. I'm picking we about to say your election command center. Of course, the NPP Amanuku and the Omodel National Day Conference, no, and a day ebro. Until free sabre kujino analysis the various positions. Ekasema beye adunu na duba ko abo and sabre enche not just a party no almost structure. I think say kakra the omo campaign said almost program structure betuja but botayri nyina say pese ma wudi kan hu wan ma akwakọ yi omo say party mpanyimfo bi di party nanim and no dan chen so a hwan position and the trust would do anyhwe na sa position no impact ben and a beba Ghana ni na otifia e come de no arope no ne adwuma ye di kan ya fei ye be call grounds what to company that akofo the campaign futu awde ma wo mo the various congress ase any de buy ene ulma beba be tan hwiche mu a omia na de na pem aba beduo the president of the republic Nana Dankwa Akufo, the vice president, everybody Ghana ebepie eye stadium ho na omabe discuss and of course the Ebeko Biano, the Bebro reporters all over the 16 regions. Luombeba, no way the feel beyond Accra, and the baby I want on City, Beba Santimantemu, Yebeko Central, Yebeko B, Yebeko Babia, and Parker, and so you set up our live speeches, Bibia, and the Beba. And the captain, Ewa, Sansona Tago, Ewa, Diana Bakufia Sante, so Mewaha. Yeshe said the Shina SCT, Yasha the chairmanship, yes, Stephen Tim Beko. Yashe general secretary yese John Budu yakwa akoshe the organizing position yese Nana B and a tipo and yakwa akoshe the Nasara yese awa the youth organizer Abanga and of course I'm saying the Guma right ebitime police right but Guma any Abanga no Abanga stand tall now women organizer no debate ya ma make it Jimfua ono no beto amano the margin and I say aye. But not surprised that we meet about 80% of the total vote cast. And that will not be surprising. because oye the darling woman at the mawomo. Then we yellow sufriwa. The aka the treasurer and aka the various supporting position, the first vice, the second vice, and one more EDDH. Then we zoom into another tono. Filled with Diana Ecoso.
All right. See, sir, you hear the Akene Cobra about if you go bema list no of all the activities, sir.
Ebebasun.
Ebekoso Ewo Accra Sports Stadium, NPP National Delegates Conference, no. But you share interviews about Kumino Yatiti from a stadium hall. Nafe NTT.
Can you two naka?
Yadani Wankwaba.
Okay.
Yakoba Nafe Efia Etimi my Nema Bekoso Hodina Nafe and Wechino Yatwaso. Yaba Efia Betana se wabre.